This is a presentation on the steering gear, seen here, and steering gear test aboard a Polar Class heavy icebreaker. The steering gear aboard the Polar Star is an electro-hydraulic wraps and slide type, manufactured by Jared Industries. From here, we can see the rudder post is actuated by the 4 hydraulic rams. These rams are supplied power from one of 2 rotary hydraulic power units on the port and starboard side. Each of the power units has a control box located on the forward bulkhead of the steering gear room, seen here. These boxes are actuated by the oiler on duty and allow each steering unit to be controlled either locally with the trick wheel or remotely from one of the steering stations. In accordance with CFR 164.25, within 12 hours prior to any maneuvering detail, the steering gear must be properly tested, including locally and remotely. Directly before the test, the oiler, as the present engineer, will inspect the space, checking the overall vitality of the system, the filters, and for any possible leaks. The oiler will then activate the first hydraulic power unit while the bosun-mate on watch, or BMO, establishes communication with the bridge so that they may conduct the test. The active power unit is switched to local control while the BMO locks the trick wheel in the engaged position. They will then use the trick wheel as commanded by the bridge to move the rudder to a set position, likely 5 degrees. They will do this to move the rudder to starboard, port, and then back to center, each time relaying with the bridge to ensure that it lines up on each end. Once this local test is complete and considered satisfactory, the oiler will switch the power unit to remote control and the trick wheel is disengaged. From here, the bridge will take control of the rudder, again moving it to 5 degrees starboard, port, and center, relaying with the BMO each time to ensure the rudder does indeed move as indicated. After the first power unit is tested, both locally and remotely, the oiler will switch to the other power unit simply by shutting down the first, which should automatically bring the second online and ensure the operation of the power failure alarm. The local and remote steering gear tests, as described before, are then repeated for this opposite unit. At the conclusion of the final remote test, the bridge will retain control and the steering gear test is recorded as satisfactory in both the bridge and engineering logbooks.